Welcome again. Glad you're back to join me. I'm so happy that you're here, which leads to my subject for pondering today. Thank you. Those beautiful words. So thank you. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for finding me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for helping me kind of continue on my path because this ponderings has been really wonderful for me in that I'm thinking of things and connecting to things that I haven't connected to for a while. So it's kind of special. It's like a revisiting, finding things that I've learned over the years, but you keep learning and learning, and then things kind of go away. But now doing this kind of a little YouTube thing makes me connect back to things that I haven't thought of for a while. So it's really nice. In my last one, Land Spirits, I connected to Rooster, and I hadn't with Rooster, one of my land spirits, for a long time. And so now every morning I listen for his call, and tells me something special. So it's really kind of nice to reconnect again. So today we're going to have a little fun and just kind of see what happens with those beautiful words of thank you, because it's the most wonderful thing when you do something for someone or when someone does something for you to say those words, thank you. They're really quite special. I'm going to pull a card. So let's kind of start with that. So here's my beautiful oracle cards. And let me just take a moment here to shuffle them and see what card wants to kind of join us and to kind of share some insight, its spirituality, guidance, and maybe just fun with those lovely words. Thank you. All right. Who is going to be our companion today? These cards are so big. Just looking for that one that pops out. One that feels right. Everybody shuffles differently. I know some people will spread them all out like this and choose one, and some cut it in half. And I always look for the one that pops up. I always love the ones that jump out because they're kind of special too. So there's two. Dare we? Dare we pick two? Seems like it needs to be. Okay. Where are you two? Just put those down. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So the first one is, if you can see, I wrote in white there. If I do it, it's called Storyteller. So this is really a gorgeous card. This is nostalgia to me. Oh, and this is just a wonder. This is my grandma's kitchen, and I this felt I was the fly on the wall. If only I could go back there and see, because I'd sit around with my grandma and me and my sister, and then my aunt when we go to spend the weekends at my grandma's house. Who's our companion? Oh, my dear, I can't see. Let me open the curtain a little bit, get a little more light here. It works nice when it's not so dark. Oh, interesting. My coven is the companions. A coven is just another word for a special group. This could be, this is like an ancestral coven of us together, our connection, connected somehow. You always think of the witches' coven, but that was just, healing women that would kind of connect together. And it's very much a deep companion. Okay, so we'll see more with that. And then the other card was surrender. And this one, oh my gosh, this is really cool. This one comes from my grandma. This is my version. If you ever saw the movie Creature from the Black Lagoon, well, I would be with my grandma and we would cuddle on the couch and we watch all those spooky 60s and 50s movies. And so this was my feeling of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It wasn't this kind of a ship, but it went down this little river through the jungle to find the creature. And the companion is fellow travelers. We're getting quite a little combination here. Our coven and our, oh my gosh, and to the travel with deep companion. These are both number 6 cards. So connecting with your companions. Excuse me if I sniffle today. The pollen is really kind of crazy around here, and so my nose has just been dripping. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is just really lovely. Who am I? Hope. Healing was look forward, not, and the shadows don't look back. Oh my gosh. Well, that's kind of, it's kind of when you think back like to your old days in the past, um, it is sometimes kind of sad, and you can't go back. It's nice to remember, but you kind of have to leave it go, which is actually kind of hard. But thank you. Thank you, past, for being there for me, for giving me those memories, those feelings, those things to embrace and to work with. So these are, and so surrender, oh, surrender to the feelings, because you're always going to feel them. And with some things, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go back. Well, you can only go back a little bit in your memories and in your dreams too. You can enjoy your dreams. To do one, stop. Sorry, took a little break. Had to blow my nose. It was dripping too much. All right, let's work with thank you. Thank you is just so beautiful, as is please. But thank you goes down into the depths, really. Um, when I do my spiritual work, I have a special way of thanking. I whatever I'm connecting to, because I love my runes, which are Norse, but then I also have ancestors that I work to, and my ancestors are Polish. And then just I also work with the trees and nature, and I give a special thank you to them. So whenever I'm done doing my work, I will say thank you. And then in Norse, which the closest to Old Norse is Icelandic, the words are takfira. So I'll say thank you, takfira. I also connect to the Celtic traditions, the Om, and it's Guru Magut. Guru Magut is there, thank you. And then my Polish, which is Dziękuję. And then with the best thank you for the plants and the trees is your breath, because they love the breath. So then I go, whew. So I'd say, thank you, takfira, Guru Magut. I do a few others, and then Jikuya, and then thank you. So it's a nice practice to get into, to every day send those thank yous to whomever, whatever you want to be thankful for. And I know I have lots to be thankful for spiritually and in my physical realm. Let's begin a little more deep pondering. Let's see what the letters, I always like to read them. So let's see what the runes are with this word thank you. And it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, no, 8, 5, 8. There's 8 letters in this two little combination word. So here is the first one. Here is T. This is Tivas. This is thank you, for the thank you. And so Tivas is the rune of the arrow. So you can see just simply it's which way you're going. This going up is kind of connecting to spirit, thanking for the whole spiritual realm, thanking for the things that spiritually make your heart swell. And that's a really special thing with thank you, because when you say it and you feel it, it does make you feel good too. So this is beautiful. Let me look at my little, my beautiful magic notes here. It's also Tears also about self-sacrifice, and that's interesting because with thank you, someone or something has done something nice for you, and so that's kind of a form of self-sacrifice. And a lot of times you can thank someone by giving them a gift. Oh, I have a fun thing to do. This has reminded me I have that gift thing to do, so we'll do that after this. So that's the T. Then we have a H, which Hagalas is Hagalas, and this is the rune of the first weather rune. It's the rune of hail, and so Hagalas is one of the challenge runes. So when hail comes and it comes big, it's kind of destructive. It will ruin crops, smash things, but usually a lot of times with that kind of destruction comes a clearing, and on the other side, there maybe have been a good reason. Maybe it needed to be cleared. Maybe there is something that a person wasn't letting go, and you need to kind of let it go. And it's kind of, and spirit is making you, hey, you need to let go of this. The A for Amsus. So Amsus, of course, is Odin's rune. We've had this before. This is connecting to information, communication. Let's see, in regards to thank you, I guess, you know, sometimes you are thankful, but you forget to say it. Um, or you just feel uncomfortable saying it. Sometimes, I don't know, as a kid, you can get mad. I remember being grumpy and stuff. So this is kind of forcing yourself to communicate. Maybe when something needs to be said, you need to share something. I like that. That's really kind of a cool um, flowing communication with the thank you. The next one is now these, and this is the rune of need, the need fire. It's like two sticks. In old time, you'd rub two sticks together to create fire. And this is understanding what you need. It's also one of the weather runes of storms. Because Hagalaz comes before it, and then comes now these. So almost feels like after you've had that storm with the hail, um, you can kind of understand what you need, what you really need, what you need to do, and what you need to be thankful for. And then if you understand it, then you go and you get what you need. And the K is Kanas. And so this one is like the lighthouse. You could imagine this being the lighthouse, the light, and it's shining out. So it's shining out into the world. Um, you know what this feels like. I say thank you to you, you say thank you to someone else, and it just spreads out. And then more thank yous, and you say it to somebody else, and in compounds. It's like that flowing, that moving things. What's that thing? I'll pass it forward. When you give forward for something you got, that kind of seems like thank you is that kind of moment too. What else is Kenas? It's about the Druid word awen. And awen is like a muse for creativity, of sharing, of um, a muse brings beauty and excitement for you to create and to do something with and to share with. So this is kind of sharing, like a sharing thing too. Thank you is a sharing. Others will be thankful that you shared. Then that's our thank. And now the you, which is for you. And the you begins with Augis. This is the rune of the path. We've had this one come up in our gatherings too. So this almost feels like the Kanas, where one thank you spreads out to others, and others will thank sharing forward. But it's also it seems like a path of thank you. So what would a path of thank you be? Doing things that you're thankful for, um, appreciating things you do. Even sometimes like cleaning the house. I mean, don't really want to do that, but it does feel nice afterwards. And maybe I need a thank you to myself. Thanking yourself for the things you do, the struggles that you maybe have during the day, that you don't really want to do something, but okay, I'm going to do it, and then be very thankful that you had the strength to do it. Okay, a lot of littles. Isn't that just beautiful how these runes just make you ponder? Runes are for pondering. There's something to remember. The O in you is Othala. And this is the rune of ancestors, family. And this is so perfect because our cards were totally connecting to my grandma on both of these cards. The ancestors. I'm thankful to her because she's the one who started me down this. She was always seeing ghosts. And so her house was kind of spooky too when you slept overnight there. The nights were very long. But it was fun though. You still wanted to go. So this is kind of thank you to her for uh, helping me find that little spark that I liked. It's also could be a looking glass, looking into the magic, looking deep, looking into what someone does for you that you're thankful for, and appreciating what they do. Hmm. What else does? Oh, um, okay, family skills. This is also about your family skills, things you inherit. It also, sadly, is family. I was going to say curses, but it's not a curse. Family issues, problems that have gone down from generation to generation. Um, and then this is you trying to stop that flow. So, um, how would that fit thank you? Because that's not exactly a happy thing. Well, could be just thank you for the struggle. Thank you for seeing how like my ancestors handled something, and that might make me handle it a different way. Because speaking of my grandmother, once my grandfather retired, she says, I'm not doing anything. I'm not cleaning the house anymore. I'm not doing any of that stuff. And unfortunately, she sat on that couch, and it kind of got worse and worse till she ended up in a nursing home. And so I told myself I'm not going to do that. And I'm retired now, but I sort of feel like, oh, I don't want to clean the house anymore. But I remember that, and I just keep going. And so there's thank you for an example of it didn't work out for her, but it helped me not to do the same thing. And the last one is Urus. This is my special in my astrology chart. I have like five of these. This is so big. This is about strength, and this is represents the an old huge cattle that is extinct called the aurochs in England and the Moors and stuff. That it did come to extinction, but it lived on the Great Plains and just would wander. It was the biggest creature, so it really had no fears. So it could be very rough, but then just, mild too, just kind of wandering and grazing. And I always can just see the big expanse of, you stand on a hill and you can see way into the distance, which is just really a beautiful thing. Oh, this makes me think, let's all go to a high point. Find someplace high up that you could go in this week, and then, whenever you have a chance, and just look out the window. If you find a hill, go to a top hill, go to the highest point and just be thankful for the vista that stretches out in front of you. All right. Well, I did love that. That was lovely. Thank you, Rooms, for sharing that with us. All right. So, what else did I want to do? Um, we're going to do a little meditation at the end. Um, this was really cool with the runes. With the runes, thank you is being thankful for a gift and stuff or something that someone did to you, so or for you. So I'm gonna get my whole setup. Here's my little bag of these runes, and these are the first runes I ever had. No one's ever touched these little pieces by Ralph Bloom, and they still sell them in the store. You can get a little book, and they just kind of sound so cool. But what you can do with the runes if you want to get a really special gift for someone, if you have a set, they're so much fun, and you can use them in so many different ways. I have a friend who understands them a little bit, but what she does is she has half of them mean yes and half of them mean no. And so then she will pull one and for whatever a question is, And then whatever they are, it's going to be a yes. And then the little bit, one or two words she knows for them is yes and why. So you can buy these in the store, get them at Etsy, on all places, or you could just go outside and find 24 stones or 25, because you can have one is called weird. There's no rune on it. So that's the mystery. Like, okay, so what does that one? But a lot of the traditionalists don't like weird. I think it was added later. But you can go and just go on the internet, look up runes, Elder Futhark. There's their symbols, 24, and draw them on 24 stones, and you'd have a set for yourself too. Oh, I didn't know I'd be showing you how to make a set, and it's just really kind of lovely. And then within the internet, they do have lists where it's like one or two words, so it's very simple. You don't have to have a big involved like I showed you for Fehu. You can just have a simple meaning for them, and then pull them and see, questions, a rune for the day, a rune for the month. Just really fun to kind of work with them and then see where they take you. Because once you start, they starts going down the line too. So what you could do, if you wanted to get a gift for somebody and it just really something special, couldn't really think of anything, pull a rune, and the rune will give you an idea for a gift. So at this point, I think I'm just going to pull myself a gift for myself. You can always use another gift. So let's see what rune might come up and offer me a gift. So just kind of wiggle around in there, and you wait till one jumps into your fingers, because this is how this one kind of jumped between my fingers and just dumped in there, got wedged, and that it knew that was the one going to be. All right. So this one is Manas. This is really very wonderful. This one is the rune of your sovereignty. So we are all the king or queen of our world, our realm. So I am the king and queen, and this means to make sure I keep my sovereignty. I keep who I am. Do what I want to do. I rule my world. So, but still, you can be thankful for it. Thankful for all of what I have. Thankful for all of you have. And so, but then, like for a present, what kind of present could this be? What could the symbol? The symbol is two, like if you cut them in half, because they're like flip-flopped, it's two wunyos, and wunyos is joy. So the symbol of joy. So what would bring me joy? You know what for me, this reminds me, jump rope. I've been wanting to jump rope, and you can kind of see, you could just do a little jump rope with it. That maybe that would be kind of a cool gift for myself. Interesting. What else does Manas? Manas. Manas is also the rune of a puppet. Oh, I love puppets. So maybe I need to make a puppet, a new puppet. I am working on a puppet series for my Desir Circle, which is interesting because this is my grandma and my sibling, my sister and my aunt all kind of came through. So there's a little ancestral thing here. So maybe for you, maybe that's something for you. Do you have, it felt very, very sibling or family, but maybe, do you have siblings? Make a little something. Find something that, like, if you have maybe four siblings, something that has four in it, some little thing that you could have that would represent them, and have them sit on your table, and then whenever you look at them, you will remember them. Oh, I like that. That was really nice. Well, thank you, Manas. I actually right here have something. I just bought these. Aren't these cute little ghosts? He's going to be our guest today. I have this little ghost with a cat, this one little pumpkin, and this one has a little bat. So all these cute little white ghosts, because white ghosts is very important to me. It's been a friend of mine for a long time. Can't remember when it started. We will speak of my white ghost in a little bit of time. So that actually was really fun for all of us. We all got kind of a little idea for a gift for ourselves. It felt like a gift for ourselves, for our sovereignty. So, have fun. See what little thing would call to you to to lay on your table that represents all your siblings, and a little time, and say thank you to them, because they're the ones you've known the longest. So even if you don't really see them much, it still kind of would be a nice little connection. Okay, so I also wanted to talk about magic. Magic has so many meanings to it. I like to use the word magic because that feels the spiritual magic. The other magic, which is the sea, is the ones that do all the hocus pocus and the little shows for us, which is fun too, but that's sleight of hand and that's trickery. And with spirituality, it's not trickery. This is all true. And whatever your spiritual connections are, that's it. That's what rings true to you. That's what calls to you, and that then will give you comfort and give you um, enjoyment. And that's kind of what I wanted to ponder on. So that magic of your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual um, feelings. Um, to be really open to that and to really think about that. And you do have to watch out with beliefs, because beliefs do change. And so it's always good to kind of refresh your beliefs for a while. If you're believing something, whatever it is, like people believed the world was flat. And so it was hard to get past that the world isn't flat. And so that's why beliefs can cause you sometimes troubles, because you can get stuck, and we don't want to be stuck. So you want to every so often just kind of refresh, what your beliefs are, and kind of tap into it. And so it's nice to kind of, sit with something, and to just kind of see, you know, like I'm trying to think of something to believe. It's kind of it's so much about feeling. It's about feeling in your heart, because if something is right, it feels right, and it makes you feel good. Good versus sad. It makes you feel excited. It makes you kind of curious and mysterious, and your heart sometimes swells, because it's kind of like sometimes you have your favorite TV show, and you just can't wait for the next episode, and you're just like, oh, this is just so that's magic. That's magic that pulls you, because magic pulls you to something, and it pulls you to come and have fun and get excited, because we all need excitement. We need something you know, um, to tickle our fancy. I love material. I do love, you go to the store and you just kind of pick out different kinds. I have a friend who loves material too. I hope she's watching, and I think she does. And there's nothing more wonderful than see a really beautiful material, and it just wants you to create. It wants you to play with it. It wants you to use it. It's giving you a special ambiance, a certain feeling. So what are the things that really drag the magic out of you, or pull you to the magic? Otherwise, like fireflies at night in the backyard, or this is my key into my little guest here. My thing is white ghosts, little sheet ghosts with little black eyes. My house is full of them. That's not really one up there. That's not really a ghost. I'll do a little video to connect after this, and just give you a bit of what's all in my house, as far as my best little friends here. So I'll play this right now. Take a little quick break.
Now I hear the sound of your voice. Now I hear the sound of your voice. Over the hills so far, far away. Over the hills so far, far away.
So I hope you enjoyed my little ghost video. I love them. They're really nice. And so our last little thing we're going to do today is we're going to do a little thank you with my friend, my little white ghost. And his name and mine actually has a little white spider. That's why I don't have one of those. I got to get a little white spider to put on his head. So his name is Thomas, and I met him a long, long time ago. I cannot remember when. And I don't think I had him when I was young, but it's in my adulthood. So he's come around. He comes into journeys. I work with him with certain things. He kind of represents this is kind of like being hidden, you know, watching, but no one sees you. It's that kind of a thing to have that safety under the sheet. So you feel comfortable. You don't feel out there. Sometimes it's nice to be out there, but sometimes you don't. You just want to be comfortable here. And he's a fun ghost. He's not a scary ghost. He's a sweet ghost. Um, he's come with me. He was on. We had the journey with Fehu. I met him on Fehu. He was in the Fehu. I mentioned that there was a big cattle um, paddock up on a hill, and him and I rode on one of the big cattle into these woods on a little adventure together. He's in my podcast. I do have a podcast. It's old now. I did it the last 2 years, called Gorski Manor, The Empty Rooms of Gorski Manor. It's on Spotify yet. If you'd like to take a peek at that, it's kind of something that I can say thank you for, that I had the opportunity to do that. It's 2 years of podcasts. I think it's about 54 podcasts. It's going into a spooky house and traveling the empty rooms with a few friends. And Thomas was one of them. And I also write songs. So there's a song in each one of the podcasts. So if you have the ambition or would like to check it out, check it out. It's still there. I appreciate that path, and it's calling me back again. So I will be going there again. But what I want to do now is I want to be thankful within the energies of our body. And so I'm sure most of you have heard of chakras. That's the Eastern tradition where we have energy centers. They go up and down under the middle of our body and help us. And each one represents something special, a special energy, and they can get clogged. And sometimes if you're really sad, maybe your heart chakra is clogged. Maybe if you're confused, your third eye chakra is clogged. If you can't speak and you're having trouble, communicating, your throat chakra. So these energy centers can get clogged, and it's kind of fun to clear them and to feel them and just to express them. So we're going to do a little meditation together about that. I will kind of explain what they are. But first, I want to give you a little preview that my little Thomas shared this little sharing of the chakras within him and with Spider. So here it comes.
The first candle is lit as the wind slowly sighs, and the incense will burn as my eyes open wide.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Spider. Thank you for sharing that with all the beautiful colors as they flowed and the fun little comments that Thomas had shared. All right, so let's us get comfortable, and we're going to enjoy those colors of the chakras, and we're just going to kind of clear ours. If you haven't done this before, just follow along. It's very simple, and you do feel really nice afterwards. All right, so that's one thing to do is rub your hands a little bit because that gets the energy going. So rub your hands and kind of keep them together. You can keep them in prayer. And then okay, put your hands on your heart. You can close your eyes. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Feel this earthly realm around us because you are here. You are really alive and living this life. And then feel the space above into the outer space, into the endless cosmos, and our spiritual realm that surrounds us. Whatever your beliefs are all here to keep us safe and help us, nurture us, and be our friends. And take a deep breath. Excuse me. Way down into your belly. Hold it there for a moment and then release it. One more breath and then let it release. All right, so you can start at either side. We're going to start at the top. We're going to go to the top of our head. So you can put your hands up there for a second and just kind of tap the top of your head. So you can kind of feel that is my top of my head. And this is your crown chakra, where one's our sovereign, which we had earlier, our sovereignty with manas, our crown resides. And so you can feel it there. And if you keep your hands there, that's fine. If not, you can return your hands to your heart. But now feel yourself there. Or you can have one hand on your heart, one hand on your crown chakra, and just kind of tap it and just kind of feel the energy there. And it's a lavender color. And see the lavender kind of flow from it. And you can kind of swirl it around, swirl that energy. Swirling around loosens it. In case it was tight and not connected, this is how you connect to your spirit realm, to God, to the angels, to ancestors through this, and just kind of swirl it and feel it. And if you can't keep your arm up there, bring your arm back down to your heart, but you can still sense that beautiful swirling up there. You're loosening the energy of your crown chakra. All right, let's go to the next chakra, which is just between your eyebrows, right here in the middle. It's your third eye. And so too, this one is an indigo blue color. So kind of tap it, just gently tap it, and then start to swirl. And this one swirls this way, around and round. Breathe into this spot. Swirl it if you can keep going. Otherwise, put your hand on your heart. And then just feel this one. If there's anything loose, anything that needs to be released, just let it swirl and it loosens up. Bring your hand back down to your heart and then still imagine that color, that beautiful indigo blue color there, and swirling. And be thankful. Let's say thank you. We forgot to say thank you to the crown, but thank you, third eye. Thank you for that's your space of an intuition, seeing deeper into things with your eyes. And thank you, crown, for connecting to spirit. All right, now your next chakra is in your throat. So this is light blue. So tap, tap, tap your throat gently and feel the energy there. Loosening up now as you're tapping it. And swirl it to loosen up and feel the blue, feel the energy, and keep swirling it till it feels relaxed and just a beautiful swelling and movement. I feel the wind kind of coming and joining us, kind of blowing through these chakras. The wind is blowing out any little particles that need to be cleared. Let's go back up to our indigo and let that wind blow through there, through that third eye, and up to the crown. Thank you for sharing this. We can also say the T, thank you, to the crown, the H, thank you, to the third eye, and the A, Ansus, for communication. Oh, perfect place. It's right here within our voice. Now place your hands on your heart. This is our center. This is the center. Above is above and below is below. As above, so below. So your heart is green, or it could be pink too. So we'll go with green today. So swirl your heart around you, making it open, open to love others, open to love yourself, open to share love, open to be happy, open to feel the sadness that is within this life, but be able to let it come, let you feel it, but then let it go. And here comes that wind blowing, clearing out any particles. Blow the wind out. And the letter N for now, these, the place that you know what you need is in your heart. With one deep breath, let's move our hand down. Now, this is just above your ribs, the end of your ribs, the bottom of your ribs. We can't quite see if you're watching, but feel, have your fingers touched like this across the bottom of your ribs. And this is yellow. This is your solar plexus. So start the swirl round and round, loosening. This is your gut, how you feel, your 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 senses. And something, this is two where you feel something's wrong. You can feel it in your gut. You can weigh the balance. So feel that swirling yellow round and round. This is the K, the K, the K of our thank you. Then that's yellow, the light shining out. And then feel the wind blowing through. And then go onto your belly, just over your belly button. And feel this. This is your sacral chakra. This is orange. This is where your passions lie. What you love to do. What brings you great joy. If you hear a song that just makes you swell. Or if you see a beautiful tree that just catches your attention and you can't take your eye off of it. Or you see the clouds floating by. Feel that orange swirling, swirl it round and round, loosening any tensions that may be there. And the wind blows through. Blow it through. Blowing through, still blowing through each one. Clearing them, freshening us, opening space for newness and happiness to come forward. And this is the O for our ancestors, where we feel them deeply, have a connection for that deep ancestral connection. And we have one more. Put your hands on the side of your hips, on your hip bones, and swirl around and around and see the red. This is your root chakra. And it is down on your tailbone, but it's nice to swirl it on your hips to have that balance of the left and the right, and the balance of the hips, the balance of to be able to walk well and feel any disconnect, any stagnation being loosened with the beautiful burning red color and the redness of it. And this is the rune urus, the aurochs. They're strong and firm on their forelegs. So we are strong and firm on our two. And feel the wind blowing through, clearing any stagnation, anything that needs to be cleared. All right, bring your hands back to your heart. And now we're going to do like a zipping, one flow. So take your hands down to your root chakra and have them up and blow up and have them flow it out. And then just feel everything is just going through you and clearing you. And you are fresh. Feel like the dew in the morning in the fresh air. Feel it just Oh, I just got a shiver from that. And Mother Earth joins in and is sending her energy, clearing us and sending it out into the universe. And anything that has been taken out is now being composted and being recharged into something new. Bring your hands back to your heart in a beautiful Gifu, because Gifu is the gift. We had the gift of the runes. It's the X, the two X's that make one. It makes the kiss we mark on our cards. And with one more deep breath, our clearing with thank you is done. Open your eyes. Welcome back. Oh my, I just feel very relaxed, very loosey goosey. Shake it out a little bit. We are all in a beautiful place for our day. Oh, ooh, that breath. I was coughing when I was breathing before. And now I can breathe so nicely. And feel free to do that whenever you want. Come back and do it with me, or you can just do it yourself. And you can add whatever words. So thanks again, dear listener. Thanks for joining me for this little time. Thank you, thanks you. I thank you. Thomas thanks you. The runes thank you. Thanks for being my companion on this journey. I'll see you in the next one. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want. That would be so nice. All right. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next one. Blessings, Takfir. Guru Ma Gut. Thank you.